Hey guys, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to install Ubuntu inside of Windows XP. The process is the same for all versions of Windows. I'm going to assume that you've already burnt the ISO and have put it inside of the disk drive. The installation is really very easy. Just go to My Computer and select Install Ubuntu. A box should pop up telling you what options are available. You've got the demo and full installation. This is more of the traditional way to install it. This boots into a live CD and you can partition your drive and install it that way. The problem with this method is that it's maybe a bit more complex, and if you don't know what you're doing, you're probably going to lose your data. The second option is the more safer route, and I think the more commonly used with Ubuntu actually. This installs Ubuntu inside of Windows as a program, so once you've installed it you'll be able to see it inside of the add and remove programs file list. This creates a virtual disk, so there's no partitioning needed, which saves a lot of headache. So you select it and this window should pop up. You have the options for installation, like the drive you want to install it on in case you've got multiple drives, the size of the installation, the desktop environment, Ubuntu, Kubuntu, Xubuntu, all of those can come up there if you want. Your language, your username, and your password. The username, by the way, has to be all in small case. Now you just press install and it will extract the drive. It takes about 10 minutes, so I'm going to pause it right now, and I'll come back to it once it's finished filling up. Okay, the installation is now completed. You're gonna get options reboot now, or I want to reboot later. Pick what you want as long as you reboot. Make sure to remove a disk before you reboot, or then it'll boot into it. We don't want that. So I'm going to select reboot now. Once you've rebooted, you're going to see an option to boot into what operating system you want. You can go to XP or through Ubuntu. We're going to pick Ubuntu. Okay, this is the login screen for the Ubuntu operating system. To log in, you just click on the username and type in the password, press login or enter. The VirtualBox thing, you can ignore that. It will load the desktop, the icons and the panels, and the desktop theme music. The loading is a lot faster than under Windows actually. So as you can see, we have the two panels here, the classic GNOME panel setup. On the top you have applications, places and system. Applications is where you launch your programs. So if I was to launch, for example, Minesweeper, which is probably, if I were to I can maximize Windows, just the normally way, and the minimize buttons are on the left side, very much like the Apple operating system. You minimize and it goes to the bar at the bottom, you see. Maximize it, minimize it. Most of the time you're going to have to install a closed driver, maybe your wireless card, your graphics card, or some other kind of hardware. It's really easy to do under Ubuntu. It used to be harder maybe a few years ago, but now it's just 3 clicks. Just the step is go to System, Administration, and Additional Drivers. That's System, Administration, Additional Drivers. It will launch a program called Jockey, and it will scan your hardware and tell you what kind of drivers you can activate for your setup that aren't already activated. It only takes a few seconds to scan the hardware. So it's offered to install the Oracle VM guest editions. That's because I'm running this under a virtual machine. Here in most people's cases, this is where the drivers would be listed for things like the NVIDIA drivers or some of the wireless chipsets that aren't already pre-installed. You just click it and press activate, and it will download it and install it by itself. This will turn red. If this turns red, it means you have to restart it. This, by the way, isn't a button, it's a menu item. Click this and you have a list of options, of power options, log off, suspend, and all of that.